the last studio vlog, studio session, studio moment before the new year. We'll do a couple things. I made some ink and I got some ink nibs and I want to see what they do so we can test that. I'll show a few little holiday gifts that I got that are kind of art related. And then I set up some things for next year for my art practice, and I'll just talk about those a little bit, probably while we're testing the ink. And oh my gosh, and I found a whole stack of artwork. I had thought I had found it all, the artwork that I had started when I was in my turn 50, and which is 5 years old, and I found a whole bunch more. So I've redone the studio and took out a closet, and in there was just jam-packed with stuff. So I'll show you that work. We'll do a flip through of it. I don't think I'm going to keep it all. You know, I am a proponent of keeping your work because it's nice to see progression, but honestly, there's so much of it that I just don't think I'm going to keep it all. But I might keep a couple pieces of it and then just let the rest go. But I'll show it to you. That'll be a good documentation of it. But let's test some pen nibs and talk a little bit about the process of making the ink that I made, and maybe talk about some of the things that I'm doing to set up my art practice for next year. And yeah, let's do that. I'm going to flip you up overhead so you can see. So I have some ink. I have this, there's probably not much in here, this Ziller ink, black. And I have this beautiful Japanese ink that's green. But this year I made walnut ink. And the way that I did that was at Thanksgiving, I went in my yard and I picked up all of the walnuts in their husk. So for those that don't know, a walnut actually has two shells. It has a husk that comes off, and then there's the walnut shell that you're probably used to seeing. But I took the walnut with the husk and put that in water for until Christmas Eve, actually, until Christmas Eve. And I ended up with, let's see, you can see it this way, this brown, very brown ink. We call our house Camp Wilder. And so I labeled it and I gave some of the ink, I decanted it, I put it through multiple filters to get any of the ick, that was there. And I know that I could probably add gum arabic to this to stabilize it, but I'm not really interested in that. So anyway, this is the ink, and this is what it looks like. I drew this yesterday with the pen nib, and it's a beautiful sepia color. And so, but I have all these pen nibs that came with these pens, and I'm kind of curious of what the mark is. So I thought we would test all these pen nibs. Look at all those. I test these pen nibs and with the ink and see what they do. So I'll just slide these over here. The ink, I gave some to my daughter and grandson with pens and nibs, and because I thought it'd be fun for them too. I have to be careful opening it because it's pretty full. It's pretty full. Okay. I won't know. I don't have any way of like documenting the shape. I guess I could draw it. I don't know. I think they'll all end up looking the same. Yeah. Still fun. Let's see what we got. That does a nice line. Does a nice line. This pen nib thing that I just got this on Amazon. This isn't expensive. These were not expensive at all. Is so great because they just fit in There's no fancy like trying to get them in. And I like that. I like that a lot. Let's test. Similar. I'm not a calligrapher. You know, there's no fancy calligraphy happening over here. And I'm sure if I were, I would be able to get different marks. Oh, gosh, this is fine. Let's see. Well, I don't know, guys. It's like oh, it's so fine. It almost scratches it, this one. Oh, they're marked. Oh, they have a number. Oh. That's, oh, I see. Look, I can 0, 0, 3. This was 0, 0, 5. I didn't realize that they had little numbers on them. It was 0, 0, 2. 0, 0, 2. That's fun. So, I have known about Walnut ink for quite a bit of time. Oh, this one is also 005. Oh, this system is not going to be great because are they different? Maybe they're the same. Hold on. Oh, they're the same. Okay. So there's doubles. Okay, here we go. What is this one? This is 00. Oh my gosh, reading these. 003. Okay, same. 003. Okay, we have doubles of them. Okay, this makes more sense. This one's 004. Okay, so this one's different. Yeah, I've known about Walnut ink for some time, and I just have never made it. And so it was a real treat to remember, to go out there, to collect them. And really, I just put them in a large mason jar and let them soak. And that was it. And then I took them out, and then here we go. Here's the ink. For those of you that are in Europe, I believe your kids write with fountain pens, not like this, not the kind that you dip, but the kind that you purchase. So what is this one? 003. Okay, we've got that. What is this one? 002. Okay. 004. Oh, what is this? 003. 004. 004. Okay, I guess it's just the 4 nibs. Well, that not as exciting, is it? Not as exciting. Let's see if we can get something else out of it. I think the one I like is like the 002. Let me see if I can find that. I like the one, of course, that holds the most ink, because I'm drawing with them, not writing. I think this is what I liked. Yeah, see, it's a much thicker line. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's fun. Yeah, so if your kids are in Europe, they're learning to write with fountain pens, which I find fascinating. Kids in America do not. They learn to write with number 2 pencils. And so it's interesting to me, and I don't know the reason for the fountain pen, why, although you definitely hold a fountain pen different than you hold a regular pencil. So maybe it has to do with that, you know. Oh, it just makes such a nice line. And this ink, so my goal for this is to just use it to sketch, maybe, write a thank you note, something like that. But also to make it again next year, so that I can see if it's different. Maybe I'll get them after Halloween and soak them for 2 months, just do a little different process and see if we can get something different. There's such joy in doodling, especially with a material that you aren't used to, because it's unpredictable. You're not really going to know where it goes. Yeah, it's fun. Anyway, have you ever made ink? Have you ever considered making ink? It makes a great gift. It's very inexpensive. The jars were from Advent that we did several years ago, and I had kept them, and then the pen nibs, like I said, I think were maybe $7 for two, comes with a handle and all the nibs, so it's very inexpensive. And with supervision, my grandson's 7. With supervision, he can totally use it, and then use it on his own, because he'll know how to open it, and and as it gets further down, it won't be as the spill. You won't have to worry so much about that. Anyway, well, that's great fun. That's great fun. Yeah, I definitely like the 2 and the 5. The other 2 are just too thin. Although, if you were doing a really intricate drawing, it might be nice to have those really fine lines, to do cross-hatching or any kind of tiny spot, because this is pretty thick, this number 5 or number 2. Yeah, but still, I love it. I love it. It's great. Anyway, and it'll dry. It dries just like this. It dries in this beautiful sepia tone. It's fun. It's really fun. I love it. Let me show you some of the gifts that I got that are sort of art craft adjacent. My daughter got my grandson and I Woobles, and she got me the Elise Myers set, who I just love. She's just such a lovely woman, and I just enjoy her so much. I have wanted to learn to crochet for a long time. My mom tried to teach me, and I was stubborn, and it was difficult, and I gave up. And then my sister tried to teach me, and the same thing. And they were both really good crocheters. And my aunt was an expert, and I never had the patience to sit with them and learn. And so when I saw these sets, I thought, I would like to close that loop of what I wanted to learn to do. And so I got this. He got Henry the Frog. So we both got frogs. I got Chili the Frog. And the set is, if you haven't seen these, I haven't started it, but I'll show you what's in it, because it's kind of amazing. Everything's included. Here's the stuffing for the frog. The yarn, I don't want to pull it out, but it's already started. So it's really easy. So they've made this really easy. And the yarn itself is more like a tube of fabric than traditional twisted yarn. So that's interesting, because one of the frustrating things about yarn is that it's multiple threads entwined, and it makes it harder to learn. So there's that. And then this is for the belly of the frog. These are there's like little eyeballs. So the woobly bits, little eyeballs. And this is the little tiny backpack, which it can't wear, which is really fun. And she got me another accessory, a little tiny beanie for it, which is really funny. And then it has this crochet hook. And I love this. It says, "You are a good maker." It's the Elise Myers crochet hook. And I love it. I love it so much. And I'm super excited to sit down and learn how to do it. And I feel like this'll close that loop, where I wanted to learn how to do something and I was too stubborn when I was younger, and then hopefully this will allow me to learn how to crochet, which would be so cool. I mean, my ultimate goal actually is granny squares, and I think granny squares have to be easier than this frog. So if I can do this frog, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to do granny squares, but we shall see. We shall see if I can do this frog. But I'm excited. So that was art adjacent. And I had asked for, this was not the right thing, and I will be having to get more, but I had asked for origami paper, and I had asked, this was on my list, and I had thought it would be 6 inches, but it's not. It is 7.5 centimeters, so it's very small. This is very small, but it's all the colors, which I love. I love this. I just don't know if I can fold anything quite this small. So I don't know. I'm not quite sure what I will do with this. Something. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. So, and I may order myself the larger size. But that's art adjacent. And that was really it for art. Oh, I have a gift coming. That's right. I have a gift coming. I have a felting wool, but it got stuck in Canada because there's a, I got felting wool. Also, my daughter let me know, but it's stuck in Canada because they had a postal strike, and the postal strike is over, but the international postage it's so backed up that they weren't able to send it. So I will be getting like all these different colors of felting wool so I can continue to explore how to felt. I'm just learning how to do that. I used a kit to felt. I'll show you. There is a company in my region, a store called Hillfolk, and they are now selling their kits through Walmart. So I got this kit on my own before Christmas to learn how to felt this mushroom, which I then did. Felt. It's so cute. Sits on my shelf in my living space, and I love it. So because of this, I wanted some just felt so that I could practice felting. I also got another kit, which I haven't started yet, by the way. It's a llama. So these can be, they're not in our local Walmart, even though that store is like 30 miles away, but you can order them online. They're very inexpensive. It's a great entry point into a craft if you're interested in learning some of those more traditional crafts. It has all the supplies and how to do it and the instructions and videos. It's great. So I'm getting more felt, which I'm excited about. You know, I'm not really a crafter, but the idea of kind of painting with felt kind of excites me. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Let me show you the artwork that I found that's older, because I think it's fun to see. It's fun to see. And then, I don't know, maybe you can tell me what I should do with it. You know, you can't keep everything, and I'm really not sure. So let's look at it. I'll pull it up. So first I found these panels, which I had done. And I'm not sure what to do with. This I think I could put a painting on, which I kind of like. Which looks like what I was doing here was painting over. And so this is, yeah, these are definitely from when I was 50, just starting. And I like them. I don't really do it this way anymore, but I like these. And as a set, they're nice. But they're just on panels, and I don't know how I feel about these. They're sealed, so I went through the whole process, but I don't know. So there's those. There's like this stack. So, and this is just on cardstock. This is why I don't feel like I need to keep this, but I'm just not sure. Maybe I could make them into cards or something. Just like use these this year, fold them over, write a note card, get some envelopes. You know what I mean? They're fun. They're fun. There's so many of them. I like how I'm working out shape and color and composition. So if you're a beginning artist and you're, just working with new supplies, or you don't want to take yourself too seriously, cardstock's great. I mean, it holds a lot of paint. You can use a lot of materials on it. And you don't have to be precious about it. You can just keep going. It's kind of like a quilt. Maybe this goes like this. I don't think there's any rhyme or reason. I think this is all just gouache. If you have a suggestion of what I should do with them, by all means, put them in the comments. Yeah, there's nothing on the back. They're all just the front. And there's so many. You see this shape over and over. I find that interesting. I feel like artists have shape language. We all have shape and mark language. And I can tell that I'm working out some shape and mark. And yet then there's this. I love this color combination. If I kept any of them, I might keep this just because I love the color combination to remind me. I also love this. I love the pencil with the paint, and that's something to remember. Pretty great, isn't it? Oh, it's pretty great. There's a lot. I mean, that's like so many. That's so many. I mean, it's so many. But it's just on cardstock, so I don't want to paint on these again because that's not where I'm at. But it was fun to find. I also found a few others, and I'll just show you those. When I started painting, I took a class with Amanda Evanston, and here are some of the paintings that I did in her class. I highly recommend her if you are just starting. She just lets you be free. It's very simple. And I love some of the technique. It's really informed how I do some things, and just these are fun. These are on, some of these are on cardstock, some of them are on watercolor paper. I love this. She has a great technique to do these still lifes. It's worth checking her out. It's definitely worth checking her out if you're just starting out and want to be successful and feel like you have a successful painting. Yeah, it's super fun. Isn't that fun? There's a little canvas board. These were just some other little random things I found. These are very old, I think, on a watercolor block. I was so afraid to use good supplies. But, you know, and then, oh gosh, there's more on cardstock. Let's just go through it all. These, I think, these are fun. I feel like I could do something. I just love the characters. Are really fun. So this is 2016. Yeah, 2016. There's only one dated, I think. So it gives me some idea of when I was doing these. Again, these are just cardstock, so there's nothing. Yeah. Yeah, 2016. They're not good, you know, but I see where I started. I kind of like that. It's kind of fun. I don't know what it is about artists and mugs and cups, but we're obsessed. Oh, a little color swatching. Oh, some more color swatching. And that's it, I think. Yeah, and that's it. But yeah, it's a lot of work. I will not keep it all. I mean, it's, you know, I can't keep everything, and I just need to figure out what to do with them, or, you know, how to let things go. If you have any good ideas, I would love to hear them. I mean, right? If you have any good ideas of like how to release work that you don't want anymore, what you do with it. I only have so much wall space, so I can't put everything on the walls. And the work I'm doing now is the work that I like. And that happens too, like past work. You know, I'm evolving as an artist, so past work isn't necessarily, I don't know. I just don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do with it. So anyway, next time, let's talk about some of the systems that I've put in place to keep track of the shows and art things that I'm entering or doing. Let's make sure we go over that next year. Let's talk about, in the middle of next week, I'll do a video about how to go into the next year with purpose, and your art practice with purpose. So you'll want to take a look at that, I think. And I just hope that you continue to come here and hang out with me, because it's so fun. And like I said before, you make my art practice better. So more in the new year, more in the reconfigured studio. We'll be painting. I have some plans for a new tiny series, I think. And so I'm excited about that. And I'll, of course, be entering more opportunities and shows, and we can talk about that and how I'm going to go about that. And yeah, I look forward to it. And so I hope that you had a great year in your art studio, and that you are going to continue next year. And if you are not feeling comfortable putting brush to paper or canvas, just grab some cardstock and even just an old pan of watercolors and just go for it. Make some marks. It doesn't have to be great work all the time. Sometimes we're just trying to figure out our color language, our mark making language, our shape language, our brushstroke language, like who we are as artists. And so you don't have to be consumed with the end product. Sometimes it's just about the process. In fact, for me, I think it's mostly about the process. So until next year, I will see you then, and I'll see you Sunday in the studio.